Hello and welcome to another Weekend Warriors. Now I try and in the Weekend Warriors showcase some of the best gameplay I find at the weekend and equally some of the worst, but very rarely do I get a game where both happened. I don't know if you heard, but there was some gunfire there and one of our teammates has been reported. So I turn back and sure enough we have a team killer. Yep, blatant team killer. Just deliberately fired his shots. Maybe tried to be an arse and just missed the destroyer. I've seen that happen and hit him. Destroyer reports him and cruiser gets pissed off and starts firing. And this does not help our team straight away at all, because clearly we're going to be down a ship, or at least got a player who doesn't want to play. And sure enough, the grader has done some respects the correct thing and not put out his fire, because sooner or later, there you have it. He's done enough damage to have it reflected back on him, and he is now pretty much useless in this game. He has had enough, but he still continues to fire. Bit annoyed. Just as we run into a cap. It's just, why? Why do people do it? And there you have it. Enough damage reflected back and he has gone from the game. So, great start really, isn't it? Or not, as the case may be. But our destroyer player has probably now rage quit. I can't tell. And I don't report it for AFKing because I think that's a little bit harsh, even though he clearly has gone AFK because he's just sitting there. And the enemy destroyers are just farming the damage. There you have it. So not more than a couple of minutes into the game and we are already 2 ships down. One of those clearly we don't want to be there, and the other ones we don't do. And I'm just starting to go into ACAP and I'll get detected by radar and everybody's going to start firing at me, but I desperately want to cap this point before I make any move. So I slow down, reduce my speed to make myself a hard target, because there's one thing the Anshani is very good at, is speed. She is a fast little vessel, and there you have it. Got the speed boost on, whack up the speed, and yeah, you have it up to 40 knots, 34 knots, 35 knots, and there's the culprit. Good old Lancer, the favourite ship I ever have. And I deliberately fire here. I shouldn't, in some respects I shouldn't. I should pop my smoke because he's already burned his road. But I'm baiting him. I want him to chase me because just to my right is a cruiser and a battleship who can make mincemeat of him. And if they're shooting at me, he's not shooting at them. And there you have it. He just turned his broadside to me and probably realising that he is in trouble now. Getting crossfire from 2 or 3 different locations and wallop. Beautiful Citadel strike. Thank you, Bismarck. And I actually say that in the chat because we need to really big up our team here, because we're already a couple of ships down, and if I bring up the mini-map we're also 2 caps down. But my main plan is to actually go and help that Mayhan, because he's on his own and there's clearly 2 destroyers over there because they're last reported position. So I lay a smoke screen for the Bismarck on my way over, because we are still 2 ships down, and so we need to have at least amount of get these remaining players to actually survive. So if he wants it, there's smoke screen there for him to hide. Whilst these grass spray and the North Carolina, I think it is, move out, and then you have it. Mayhan is down to minimal health. So I'm going to cut the next section out so I get closer to B cap. B cap has just been taken by us, so we're now 2 caps up, and the Mayhan is still didn't get there in time, but it wasn't the only one to try and help him out. We've got that I believe it's in Edinburgh to my right, who's also there. And unfortunately he's got to do a bit of Eurobeats there to try and dodge the torpedoes. So I know there's clearly got to be a destroyer in there. I fire my torpedoes mainly to force him out. But with the cruiser retreating, I've now taken the position in between me and the enemy. I'll just check those torpedoes, make sure they don't hit me, and that too big a spread. But I do know where they've come from. They've come from a completely different direction. So they've come over to my east, where the other destroyer is at the moment for my team, the Akazuki, I believe. So I keep my focus on this smoke screen rather than the other one, just praying that my teammates can cover that cap. But this is the start of some really good gameplay, because people have identified issues on the minimap and we've all come to help. Now granted, we didn't get there in time to save the Mayhem, but we still did it. And this is some of the best parts of the gameplay I find at weekends. Sometimes people do generally want to help each other out. Now we're still 2 ships down, 3 ships down. We've got 5 to their 2. So this is still not won yet. But we've the point caps advantage, but not the points advantage. And there you have it. That sneaky destroyer. Here we go. He's popped the smoke. I fire my guns. Hit him a couple of times. Some lovely gameplay. So I fire one destroyer. He popped smoke. The other destroyer was hiding the previous smoke. Now open fires on me. So he gets some free shots in. So great little gameplay from the enemy there. So when one fired, then the other fired. It's just going to be a tough one. We are getting tough. And come on, Slack, shoot, and for God's sake, use the shift key. It's there for a reason, to zoom in and out quickly rather than this whole in, out, shake it all about. So open fire. I'm desperately trying to kill him. Come on, just two more hits, 2 more. But thankfully, oh come on, he's on his last legs. We can't kill this damn destroyer. Come on, one more. Ah, God, there we have it, finally. And there's the other destroyer. I think there's another Mayhem. It's opened up. He's safe. So I'm going to follow my other friendly destroyer around the right hand side of this island. I've got 4 enemies on me, but I take that as a risk because I believe they're far enough away that not actually do that much significant damage to me. I can duck and dive and weave and duck. The 5 Ds. Dodge, duck, dive and dodge. We're coming around the island now. We know the Mayhem is still there. He's still firing at the cruiser who's pulled away, but he's not expecting us now from this location. So I open up and I'm going to desperately use that smoke of his to hide my approach. So he knows I'm here now. He's turning in. He knows the danger. I dive into smoke. I don't fire. So he knows roughly where he is. He's clearly going to come in for a torpedo strike. He's doing that. Angling. He knows that I'm going to come for a torpedo strike. I fire 1 set. He's turned in. I do exactly the same against him and clearly, dang, that's my friendly destroyer on there who's opened up. And I'm like, come on, you're going to have to kill him because he's going to fire another set. I slam on the brakes to try and duck that phone shot, but thankfully my friendlies identify the issue and the risk and nail him. That is a good important step because now we have the destroyer advantage. Okay, granted you got me who is not very good, but we've also got that Akizuki, and that's going to be vitally important if we want to have somebody hiding, stealthing up to actually try and win by caps, because now the points advantage has just swung to us, which is great news. And I try and hopefully not get shot by my teammate here. Don't want 2 friendly fire instances. And clearly he's firing in the smoke. That came from the left, so I know there's somebody there. I checked the mini-map and I believe it is a cruiser. That's one cruiser there. I'm spotted. Instantly dealt with by our friendlies. We recognise the danger. I don't reckon his chances. 3 or 4 ships firing at him, including myself. Bounce, typically. Come on. And he's been hit by a torpedo, that guy. So there's certainly somebody kicking around. There's another destroyer there. And sure enough, oof, that was a lucky hit from me. And yeah, another one dealt with. Still have now gained 40 points advantage. But there's the second destroyer. He's fired his torpedoes into the smoke. I'm praying they do not hit. And that, sure enough, they don't. But now this guy is Uno 1 danger, because I need to keep my friendly destroyer alive. So coming back round, their enemy cruisers and ships are heading towards A cap. So A cap and B cap. So we grouped together quite well. We're a little bit spread out, but still a very, very tight game at this current time. And there I have it. Here he is, angling down my destroyer. He doesn't know I'm here. Now he does. So he's baited him by shooting at him friendly. Now it's my turn to do some significant damage. He took a good old hit from me, or a friendly destroyer there, but we have got this guy. And of course I don't get the kill. And I dodge some more shots. So now my opportunity now is to head for C. So I'm going to cut a bit out and I'd head over to that point. So I've already fired a set of torpedoes just to cover my approach, because I know there's a cruiser, and there you have it, there he is. I put my smoke to try and hide, and because I'm desperately low health now. And there he is, and I open him up because I soon will, there you are, not discovered. Slam the brakes on, doing what a destroyer does best. But unfortunately, as I'm spotting him, I can't see him. So I think he might actually turn in, so I send the other set of torpedoes through, and we just have to play a waiting game. So it means though I cannot cap C for my team, which is the more important point at this time. But hey, nice bit of blind fire. So I can't now take C, so we're going to have to move off. So I go back the way I've come and head towards B cap. So just exiting the smoke screen, and oh shit. Oh dear. Grass spray. I am way too close. I cannot escape. My speed's on cooldown. I don't have any smoke left. I'm just going to have to try this out. Go for it. Shoot him. Everybody's going to pop at me. And sure enough. Oh. But look at the points now. We dragged it right back to 797 to 742. But all is not lost. Enter the Akatsuki player. He's just sent his torpedoes towards the battleship to our left. And it's pop smoke. The cruiser is spotting a gas spray for him, and it opens up and lets rip. He gets the correct ammo type. Armor piercing at the superstructure, and he's doing huge amounts of damage. The gas spray knows the danger and has turned in. He's just hammering him. Hammering and hammering and hammering. And we're at 909 now to 797. We still have two ships. Come on. Do him ugly one. The cruiser, our friendly cruiser, ends his fire. But he's now down. Grass spray is now down. But we lose our cruiser. Oh my god. This is very, very close. We no longer see him, but excellent. Those torpedoes do their work. Battleships like to sail in straight lines. This is incredibly tight. I sped the footage up here a touch to try and get it in the 15 minutes, but look at that points difference. We're 958. We've still got one cap. Enemy have now are capping one. Ah, no. They're now capping A point as well as B as well as C. Our team will no longer get any more points. Have we built up a big enough advantage with only roughly about a minute left on the clock to win this game? I mean, this is a fantastic pullback. They've got B now. They're gaining more points than us by 2-1. This is incredible. I don't know what we're doing. Still there. We're still hanging in there. 20 seconds left on the clock. I mean, I was on my fingertips when I was watching this. And in real time, I just couldn't believe we had managed it. Some really great gameplay. Maybe not the greatest highest scoring game in the world for me, but only 37,000 damage. But can we do it? 10, 9, we did it! Yes! Pulled back from the brink. What a match. I hope you enjoyed that. I did, and I'll see you on the next one.